Welcome to the live stream. My name is Hussain, and obviously this is Local SEO Phoenix. It's being broadcast live. I hope. Um, let's just see. Let me check. Let's see. I believe I am live on Facebook, which is great, but let me confirm that with my very own eyes. I don't see anything, but it's saying that I am live. It's always awkward to talk to myself. Okay, I am live on Facebook, but I am not sure why I'm not live. Oh, okay, I am live on Facebook as well. Okay, welcome everyone. That was faster than anything. Let me go ahead and invite my friend Kyle. If you're joining us, let me know where you're joining us from, because I always love to see where people are coming together from. That's always freaking cool. Let's see. Okay. So I'm waiting on Kyle, and today we're going to talk about a few things, a few fun items. But yeah, we're going to be doing these live streams every 2 weeks, right? On Tuesdays. So make sure you join us and that you have your lunch at hand, because that's the whole point. It's the lunch hour. I mean, it's 11 o'clock in California. A little early for lunch, but I guess it's a brunch, right? It's a lunch and a breakfast. But to be honest, I've only had an apple so far. Okay, there's Kyle. Let's get you in here. Kyle.
What's going on? What up?
Oh, look, you are on my headphones. Let me fix that. This shit again.
What is going on? We have the same tech problems that we had last time.
No, thank God. Thank God everything is working. And we can see your handsome face. That was an injustice.
It was. We deprived the world.
Yeah. How are you doing, man?
I'm good. I'm good. Getting our personalized SEO manager software rocking and rolling.
Yeah, you gave me a preview into that.
Yeah. So yes, I've been doing that a whole bunch, following up on leads. Pretty busy. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't really look over the notes for today's live stream. I'm doing that right now, just so I have the illusion of being prepared. So let's see. What are we talking about? What are we talking about today?
We're gonna chit chat for a little bit. Then we're gonna talk about updates to AI mode, and then the Google update that's happening right now.
Yeah, I got thoughts on all this bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like every time we do a live stream, an update is happening. So let's wait for a minute and let's talk about a couple of things like the SEO, the conference that you're putting up.
Oh, the conference. Yeah. So I think Alfredo said he's going to come too. Alfredo Delgado. I think he said he's going to be coming too. So be me, you, Dimitri, him, all talking about SEO. Shannon might come talk about graphic design and branding and stuff like that. We're redoing the branding for one client right now, and we just got a we got an inbound lead from another guy who wants to redo his branding.
Okay.
So yeah, we got a lot of that going on right now, which I think is super important.
That is super important.
Yeah, yeah.
No, that's awesome. And having hung out with Dimitri and Shannon and Kyle, more than a handful of times, it's a fun group, right? Like everyone just is down to earth and we're gonna eat, drink, and just talk.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
We give out some free SEO advice.
This guy, give him a drink and he will ramble SEO secrets. Okay. So you better come prepared with that liver.
Hell yeah.
So train it until then. All right. Oh my gosh. So yeah, definitely. I hope that people at least in the local area, a few of you guys will join us. That would be awesome. It's always cool to like connect with other SEOs because our work is so disconnected from each other. Like, we all most of us work from home or whatever, right? So that would be awesome.
Yeah, I think we're going to live stream it too. At least parts of it.
We're what?
I think we're going to live stream at least parts of it too.
Ooh, that would be amazing. Hell yeah. Now you're talking.
Yeah, I talked to the bar and they're totally cool with us just like filming and stuff and putting up a banner and shit like that. So
oh, look at you go all professional with this, Kyle. I'm loving this.
I know it's supposed to be an anti-conference. It's supposed to be all fucking punk rock and shit. And I'm like, well, we should get a banner. We need to have our corporate logo up on there. And
exactly. Yeah. You're conforming even though you don't want to. A little bit of that to get the promotion going.
Yeah. And if Alfredo comes by, that's super cool too because he's worked with a lot of different people. He's working with us now. It's another guy. If me or Dimitri or you or whatever are all talking to some other people, we got Alfredo there who can talk with SEO as well.
Yeah,
all the things that he's done. And,
he has immense experience with local SEO.
Yeah.
And I know on page like the back of my hand, or better than the back of my hand, but like it's always fun to compare notes with other people who know local SEO, and then like especially backlinking and stuff and all the strategies. I don't know. It's just a lot of fun to learn from each other. So that'll be super, super cool. Okay. So the SEO warehouse. The SEO warehouse, I've dropped a link below, but basically if you want to outsource SEO services, check out the theseowarehouse.spp.io. Okay. You'll have to create an account and then you'll see a bunch of services that Kyle and his team offer. And I'm affiliated with that, right? And I'll put my link below. And you can order Google Stacks, Cloud Stacks, PR, citations. You can order some of these things in bulk. So yeah, go ahead and check it out.
Yeah, and I'm going to be rebuilding it this week too. So we're going to be offering more packages and stuff. So we got our process for like niche edits and stuff down better now too. So that's going to be what we are going to be offering. Because like niche edits is, it's something that we rely really heavily on for our link building, right?
Of course.
So yeah, I'm going to be offering that as well in the store, aside from things like G Stacks and Cloud Stacks and SEO Neo and shit like that. So.
Yeah, so this is definitely for those SEO experts who have a strategy already in mind, and they just need to outsource some services and get quality work back.
Yep.
So make sure you check it out. There's going to be a lot of cool stuff coming to it. Hopefully some on-page stuff too that we've kind of touched on, but we'll get that rolling after you do your thing this week.
Yeah, should we offer content reoptimizations using our process and shit like that?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm doing.
And writing schema and shit like that.
Absolutely. Like I want every piece to be outsourceable. Let's put it that way, right? Yeah. So quality customizations for on-page schema, which I know a lot of people like hate, right? Like it definitely takes a time investment to understand it. So if people can outsource schema, that would be awesome. And of course, you have backlinks. So it's going to be like the complete package in due time, I think. So that'd be awesome. So
I mean, there's a lot of like misinformation with schema and stuff too, because nobody really understands it. You know, I've seen other schema software where they just fucking like info dump, like fucking everything goes on your page, which is going to throw off your page, right? And the things that I had in there are things that I've tested, and I know that Google actually looks at, right? But I mean, like, there's other software out there to where they'll literally put in like, you know, like 100 different data types in there, and it doesn't make any goddamn sense. Like, technically, yes, it's in the schema.org documentation, but what's in the schema.org documentation and what actually works in real life are two very different things. Like, the schema.org documentation is very like theoretical, and not really like what you would see out in the wild.
An application, absolutely. It's like learning SEO from a book or some shit, but then when you go to apply it to sites, it's a whole different ballgame, right? Like,
absolutely.
So please put schema up there so our pain will be over.
Might as well.
All right, a little bit of another promo, Kyle. He has a YouTube channel, Green Hat Local SEO, so go ahead and subscribe if you haven't so far. He puts out really cool content, audits, all of it. Like, he calls other SEO agencies out, which I saw. That was madness. But it's cool to see what other SEO agencies are doing, how much they're charging for the crap that they're doing, and what you can bring to the table, right? So, go ahead and subscribe to Green Hat Local SEO to check out Kyle's content, and I'm putting out weekly videos as well. So let's jump into the fun stuff. I watch Barry Schwartz, his videos and stuff, and I get updates through him, right? So one of the updates that I heard about, and I haven't seen yet, is that Google's AI mode will let you compare local businesses and products together. So the idea is that, like, I don't know, this is just an example. Like, I haven't done it, so I don't know. But let's say that you're looking up local pizzerias, and then there's like a couple of them that you're interested in. You can like highlight them and then ask questions about the two businesses. And so it's going to let you compare. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I played around with that a little bit. And I mean, one of the good things is that nobody uses AI mode.
Nobody.
Seriously, like, people just don't. What's that?
Your audio's cutting out, so nobody uses what?
Nobody uses AI mode yet. Like, everybody goes to AI overviews or ChatGPT, but nobody clicks on that extra tab to go to AI mode, right? So, I mean, that's one good thing. But if it does start to catch on, this is where, again, like, SEO is getting harder and harder every year. Like, all these SEOs who don't know really what they're doing and just know how to like push buttons and turn knobs. I mean, they're all having to drop out, and then this is just another way it's going to weed out those really shitty low quality SEOs. Because with AI mode, a lot of what's going on there is, so Google is reading the content on your website and the content on your competitor's website, right? Whether it's for, like I said, pizza place, or, you know, buying something else locally, or whatever services like carpet cleaning or whatever, right? But Google also pulls from a lot of different areas. And then I've had people say, oh, well, that's fine. You just get like 100 citations and that's it. And like, yeah, citations are fine to tell Google who you are and where you are and how people can contact you. But is that really going to tell Google like what things you offer or what other people are talking about with your stuff? And this is where things like UGC get really important, like user-generated content. So we know Google is crawling and indexing Instagram posts, right? And Facebook videos and things like that. And what I've also seen too is Google actually pulling information from your GBPs. So have your GBP, like, if you sell products, put those products out there. If you have services, put all those services in there and put them in your posts as well. I don't think people realize this, right? But posts act like inner pages for your GBP, right? They get their own URLs. They're up there, even if it's past like 30 days, 60 days or whatever, you can still access those old posts. Right? So promote your own stuff, highlight reviews and stuff in your posts. Google looks at reviews, and then also things like Reddit. Like, you need to be on Reddit. There are ways to spam Reddit properly. So Reddit's anti-spam algorithm got really good, right? So it's not nearly as easy as it used to be, but there's still ways around it. But Google or Reddit actively feeds Google information.
We've seen how important Reddit is with Google. Yeah.
Right. Exactly. So being seen on Reddit and having people talk about you organically and giving their unbiased reviews is also going to be really important, right? So going forward, SEO is going to be less and less about what stuff is on your page, what backlinks do you have, because we've already shown that backlinks don't influence AI overviews, backlinks don't influence ChatGPT, shit like that. But what does is third-party mentions of you, your product, your services, your company, things like that. So SEO is getting less and less about the technical parts and less and less about optimizing websites and more about optimizing your brand presence, your brand awareness, stuff like that. Yeah, exactly. And this is, like I said, where a lot of the shittier, lower quality SEOs are dropping out now.
Yeah.
Right.
I've had clients where they'll come to me and they've been working with SEOs before, and like the services aren't properly filled out, descriptions aren't filled out, secondary categories aren't there. So that lazy work is out the window. And I don't know how you feel about like taking up all the real estate that Google gives you with your GBP. For me, it's like doing on-site on a website. This is your on-site for the GBP. Do it all as tightly as possible, right? That's
right. Yeah, I mean, you think about it as you have to build out your knowledge graph. Like, you have to show Google like all the relations between you, this service, this location, this person, this website, things like that. And you can't do that if you don't have enough content out there, right?
I mean, Google's reading your content. And what does your content say about the business, and what connections can Google make? So if there isn't enough out there, then you're screwed, pretty much.
Yeah, and remember, we showed last year, we had that experiment running where we showed last year that spamming RDF triples is what is going to get you ranked, right? Like, we had that, that one experiment I showed where we had the mechanic start getting map pack rankings just by spamming that RDF triple with Money Robot.
Break down RDF triple for those who don't know.
Yeah, so I mean, basically, it's just like an RDF triple is basically just it's subject, verb, object, right? So it would be like, Moon Hussain is an SEO expert, right? That's an RDF triple. Or you can say Moon Hussain has an SEO agency. That's another RDF triple. And then you can go put geomodifiers like Moon Hussain has an SEO agency in San Diego, right? So just by spamming that over and over and over and over again and making sure Google crawls these pages, you're training Google's algorithm, right? And not only that, you're also training the LLMs. With the example for the local SEO, personalized SEO manager, I forgot to show you, but I actually went and scraped ChatGPT too, and for the keywords that this website was ranking for, and then I found the citations, kind of, I guess you can say, what it was using, and some of it was those it was actually SEO Neo properties that it was pulling information from.
Okay.
Right? Yeah. So just by spamming it over and over and over again, you're training multiple LLMs to see that you are the best option for this service in this city.
It's that repetition of information over and over and over. So Google has to take the word of multiple sources. That's cool. And for all that SEO Neo does, I've been watching videos. I'm doing some tests for Rank Advantage Phoenix, which will be opening up in a few weeks. We'll talk more about it next time. For all the work that SEO Neo does, I'm surprised that it's not more popular. I don't know.
I mean, because it still has, people still think of it as black hat. I mean, how many times have we consulted with people? People are like, oh, I don't want to touch this. I don't want to mess something up.
when Kyle introduced me to it, I was like, ooh, I don't know. Is it going to tank the site? What is it going to do? What kind of backlinks, you know? But this is where Rank Advantage Phoenix and just talking to other SEOs has been eye-opening, because now we can do experiments and show you like whether something's going to rank or tank, right? But no, SEO Neo is a lot of fun. So yeah, like every time we do a stream, we're in the middle of a fucking update, a Google update. So we had the June core update, which really I think should have been called the July one if they had just waited a couple days to release it. This one is the August 2025 spam update, and it was unleashed on the 26th. And it will take a few weeks as well, right? And what we know is that it's a global update, meaning like all countries and languages, which is crazy to me, but hey, whatever, it's Google, right? So let's talk about this, because people might assume that this is a link spam update or something like that.
Right. Yeah. I mean, Google has out and out said that this is not a link spam update. They haven't had a link spam update for a while now. Yeah. I mean, I think the way Google's looking at links is absolutely changed. Like, you know, before it was a major ranking factor, right? Like when we had talked, like originally, like I was just like pure black hat. Like I didn't give a shit about SEO. I just, you know, I got like a 2-page Amazon affiliate site, shot like fucking FCS networker links over to it, and it was ranking in the top 3 in a few weeks. I was getting affiliate commissions, right? And then Google got smart, and I, you know, lost a whole bunch of websites and shit and had to learn actual SEO. But since then, it's gotten a lot harder to spam with links, and it doesn't really last very long because that's all been rolled into the core algorithm now. It's not something they run. They run every so often. The last link spam update, I think, was just them like, I think they broke something and then they were trying to fix it and then cover that stuff up. This latest update, like I'm not really seeing a whole bunch of volatility, at least for the websites I'm tracking, for our websites, for my test websites. I mean, I can tell you some of the trends that I'm seeing. I can show you, Monica. So I don't know. Can you like share your screen?
I was able to do it last time, but is there a button for you?
Yeah, I don't think I can.
Well, I don't want to share mine. Let me know if you see a button to share and if I need to give permissions or something.
Yeah, I'm pressing. Nothing's happening. That's fine. We can do like a Loom video later. I think only you're allowed to do this.
Thanks.
It's grayed out for me. Yeah. But anyway, so one of the sites that I have been tracking for a long time, recently just lost. Let me see. They went from average rank. This is a local SEO site, 4.33, and now they're at 31.8 for their keywords.
That's a drop.
Yeah. So, and I think I know what happened. This is really the only this and one other one that went from an average of 26 down to 57. So I think when they say spam, they're not talking about, like you said, link spam. They're not talking about what it was the previous update to where they completely like demolished sites that were ranking for topics outside of their core topic. I think this is a continuation of that for sure. But what I'm seeing here is these are sites to where the content isn't necessarily what you would think of as spam. It's not spun content. It's not obviously AI content that was just copy and pasted from ChatGPT. It's just content that is not built out with what I like to call micro silos. Right? So it's content that is short, does not cover subtopics, and is not somehow reflecting the knowledge graph for those keywords. For example, the site that went from, what did I say, spot or average of from spot 4 to 26 or something. Yeah. Or no, 30, yeah, 30, 31.8, 32. So that is for a oral surgeon in the LA area. And they recently redid this whole, their website, it looks like what it is a whole story branding thing, right? And they completely wiped out any sort of on-page SEO they had towards just conversion-focused copywriting, which is very short, succinct, on-brand voice, but isn't following good SEO on-page best practices. They don't have, they don't have their H2s and H3s in logical order. They're not covering the subtopics for, say, for example, emergency dentistry or sedation dentistry. It's all very short, something I would expect from like a PPC landing page. The other one I just looked at that went from 26 down to basically almost fucking off the SERPs. Same thing. So it looks like what they did here was, instead of doing like story branding type of stuff, well, hold on, let me pull this up. Instead of doing like story brand type stuff, like the other one, oral surgeon, that I just talked about, obvious story brand, because I went through that training and everything, and I saw all that. This one is more just speaking to subject matter experts who are already in the field and already know what they want and what they need and what this highly technical jargon is. It's not written, again, in a logical SEO manner, right? These are PPC landing pages, but these are speaking at a very high level with very short, succinct sentences that, yes, answer questions to somebody who already knows what they want, but is not speaking to bots and stuff, right? Which everybody says, oh, just write for humans, stuff like this. Like, I can tell you, you still cannot just write for humans. You still need to have your entities on there, your quadgrams, your keywords. You still need to have your related subtopics and stuff. One thing, too, where we talk about RDF triples, like, it's important to have those on the page. You do need to write in short, succinct sentences if you want to be seen in AI overviews and LLMs and stuff. But for a local SEO, for a local company, like, if you're doing local SEO, you don't really need to do that, right? So they're writing in short, succinct sentences, but it's not like RDF triples or anything. It's so this is a keyword they're trying to rank for Microsoft Dynamics, right? And they're not talking about Microsoft Dynamics, what it is, how it can help you, things like that, like subtopics for different use cases or whatever. It just talks about what is Microsoft Dynamics. If your company is already using Microsoft Dynamics in a private or hybrid cloud or in Azure, then you can fully rely on us for expert support, guaranteed application availability, and complete integration with SIV applications. So it's stuff like that, right? Where it's ranking, or it's written at a very high level for people who are already experts, who already know what they want. Like, this is something I would say off a landing page. And this is why they lost all of their rankings. So it looks like this update isn't necessarily like what we think of as spam, but more just like low quality stuff that Google doesn't really want to show searchers, right? So this also might be to figure out what buckets you should be shifted into, right? Like, obviously for that keyword, if somebody searches up Microsoft Dynamics or Microsoft Dynamics implementers near me, they're not going to show up for that. But maybe if somebody was like, hey, I'm an expert in Microsoft Dynamics, I need, a company who has these capabilities, who offers, these sorts of guarantees and services, maybe they'll pop up. But even then, like, that's how many searches per month would that be?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So again, like, this isn't spam so much in like it's spun content or obviously because my pure AI spam pages for my website that I showed you, we gained 50 spots in this update. And all it was I figured out what, subtopics I need to have, but then I just wrote pure ChatGPT bullshit for that.
Yeah, right? It was total crap.
Yeah, and we gained 50 spots in this update, right?
That's insane.
Yeah, so it's more like you don't have your micro silos on there. You're not following the subtopics, and you're not writing about things that Google can really understand.
That is super interesting. Let me check one thing on my end. I had one site. This is hilarious. Give me 1 second. Let me check on something else. Okay. I had one site, and this is more of an informational site, right? We're talking about in the days couple years ago or whatever when I was throwing up affiliate sites, informational sites, and just see where they take me. So they had pure, was it Koala or whatever? I haven't used it in a while. Content from there on there.
Koala.sh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, they all got slapped. One of them came back like, I don't know, 6 months ago or something. But as soon as this August update started, the other cat one has shot back up.
Really?
Yeah, and I'm like, what the hell is going on? I have no faith in Google that it will keep it up, because it's just murdered all those types of small informational and affiliate sites.
Mhm.
But it is super interesting to see. I haven't seen a pattern yet because all of the sites used Koala, and I didn't do link building for them.
Right.
So I'll have to like really dive deep and see if I can notice anything. But yeah, all of a sudden it's a flat line and then shoot, and I'm like, shit. So that's more in the informational site space, not the local one. But the site you showed me had atrocious content. And you're saying it shot up. So there's hope for everyone at any level to rank their content, just try to make it half decent, right?
Yeah.
And SEO optimized. But that's funny.
Yeah, here, I'm gonna send you a link in our private chat here. Let me see.
Okay.
So, and what is interesting is this one. Here, I don't want to out this because it's a test site. I don't want people actually going to this. So this site is themed for a specific keyword, right? As you can probably tell by like the homepage, right? But if you look at this, like again, content is not great, right? But is themed for a very specific keyword.
Yes.
This site lost all its rankings for that main theme, which is now ranking #1.
Oh.
So take that keyword, pop it into Google, and it's now ranking #1 for that.
Are you for real?
Yeah.
Oh my God. That is crazy.
So also go to the, here, I'll put that in there. And then if you go to page 2, scroll about halfway down and you'll see something that with the title tag window or title tag. Yeah, it's one of my cloud pages.
Let's see.
Link right here.
Okay.
So this page was ranking. This page actually originally was ranking higher than the actual test site. Like this page was ranking as high as spot number 2 or 3. And then this one got slapped down.
Oh.
So you see here, this is literally pure spam.
Yes. I can just see from the first 2 lines.
Yeah, so this one is pure spam. I think the only reason that it's ranking as high as it is because this is on a highly trusted subdomain. This is on this is a Microsoft Azure site. I've had this up here for 5 years now. Okay. Yeah.
Just super interesting. And if you guys are seeing something, make sure to drop it in the comments below.
Yeah.
These updates are interesting, and now you're going to see all kinds of people making videos on YouTube. And the important thing is to take it with a grain of salt because we won't really know until the update is over. Right. And exactly. We see like different, like we see an overall pattern with different sites or whatever. So, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. And even then, there's almost always 2 weeks after an update, there's almost always a pullback. So it's not even like, oh, you have to wait until Google officially says the update is over. Like you got to wait for that 2 weeks when there was, for that 2 weeks when there's that pullback.
Right. Yeah. Google says one thing and does another thing. There's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. So don't touch it as soon as the update is over if you get hit. Like make sure you wait 2 to 4 weeks. Right. At least I would wait 3 to 4 weeks and then do what you think needs to be done. So yeah. Oh my goodness. All right. Yeah. Did you want to tease us a little more about that SEO manager? Like, or do you want to wait to do it at the conference fully? Like, this is all.
Well, I think I'm gonna release it, just like unleash this on the world at the anti-conference. But yeah, I mean, essentially what it is, like you saw what it is this thing will. So there is some setup on our end. Basically, what we're gonna have to do is. I think what I'm going to do is have people give us access to their Search Console, so then we can have that plug in the Google Search Console API into this thing. And then what's going to do is it's going to tell you, okay, here's the keywords you need to work on. Here's the silos that you can build. In the example that I showed you, it even said, hey, you need to work on your branding because these brands are getting a lot of clicks and attention. Maybe you could do a comparison chart between David Tree Service and this other tree service, right? And then it also says, hey, tree service searches are down. This could show that you might have less phone calls, even if you're written for these keywords, right? So this isn't just like a keyword research tool or whatever. Like this actually will go in. It'll do personalized SEO, a personalized SEO strategy for you. What this, and I think I've showed you the Google Maps strategist that we have, to where you pop in your Google Maps. It tells you, hey, here's where you're not ranking well in a mile and a half out in the northeast, the northeast section of your map. Here's what you need to be doing. So it tells you exactly where you're not ranking well. It'll show you the map, and then it'll say, hey, here's what you need to do to rank there. You need to mention these things on your landing page about this. You need to have SEO Neo, running for this long for this page. And you need to have this many more mentions of your RDF triple out there compared to your competitors. So it really is just like a complete SEO manager, SEO strategist for your business.
It's literally, right? And that's just sitting at the desk taking forever to come up with the same observations that what you've programmed this thing to do and get it out.
Right. Like this is what people pay me $1,500 an hour to do.
This was crazy. The report that I saw from start to finish was crazy, and I don't want to give too much away, but I'm pretty freaking blown away by it. So I do have another question for you. Did you lose your mind programming it?
God, no kidding. Like this is why I didn't go into software development. I don't know. Like, respect to people who do that for a living.
Right. Like, it's crazy, right?
Yeah.
Like, I can't believe I got a degree in computer science, and then when I went into the real world, it was much easier than what the courses taught me. But like, the courses alone drove me nuts debugging and creating like shit. Like it's you have to have a certain kind of brain to do it. So kudos to you for creating all these agency tools and partially losing your mind.
Yeah. Yeah. Is it worth my mental health? We'll see how much money I make off of it.
I mean, I think if we can polish off the SEO warehouse and you offer it through that, I think people are going to be wowed by it, simply wowed by it.
Right. Well, think of it like, let's say that you pop this in. Like it could, depending on what you want to do, it could take 20 minutes, 25 minutes to get a full report. But again, that's only 25 minutes out of your day rather than waiting, paying somebody 5 Gs and waiting 2 weeks to create the strategy for you, right? So it'll tell you literally like, hey, you're not ranking well here. Like maybe you should, optimize your landing page a little bit more, run G-Site Genie over to it, and then, you're missing these citations here. You need to get these citations, right? And then it'll say, okay, like I said, like it shows the trends. Like, okay, hey, in 2 or 3 months, you need to start writing about these topics, right? So these are things that like you are saving 95% on. And then also, like you said before, this isn't even something you have to do yourself. Like you can get the report and then go to the SEO warehouse and then just buy the things that you need. So you don't even need to worry about writing your own content, getting your own citations, going out and finding a freelancer to do all this for you, right? Like this tells you what to do.
That thing that I saw was fully loaded, and I was like, okay, for once, I think my job could be replaced possibly. I was like, this thing has done hours of research that I would have done, right? and spat it out. And you said 20 minutes? That's
Yeah, that took about 20 minutes. I've done more in-depth ones that took 25 to 30 minutes, but
oh
yeah.
no, 30 minutes. Oh my God. No, but like that's
Right?
freaking incredible. Between you and George, our friend George, who has developed G Site Genie, or is that what it's called, right?
Yeah, G-Site Genie.
Yeah.
Yep.
Google Site PBN, literally. Um, go first of all, go check out George Digital on YouTube if you don't know anything about the G Site Genie.
The SEO, because George Digital is also a watch company.
Oh, so
Yeah.
what is his proper YouTube?
Yeah, just search George Digital. I think he's on there. It's just one of them is, I think, some sort of like watch drop shipper.
Okay, that figures. Yeah,
Yeah.
so I'm sure it's an SEO. Like Genie, and order his service, by the way, because that shit is insane.
Yeah.
And that's what Kyle was referring to. So you are revolutionizing your agency, and you're going to give people access to it. On the SEO warehouse if they want, right? If they want hours of work done within 20, 30 minutes. I mean, that's not when you're going to get the report, but that's the genius of what Kyle has done. And dude, between your services for the SEO warehouse and I'm working on some tests for Rank Advantage Phoenix, and I know that you are as well. And we'll talk more about it next week. We are gonna have like so much cool shit that's gonna, like, the tests that we're doing, I think will change SOPs. Straight up.
For sure.
Straight up. Backlinking SOPs. You already did the citation versus the X one. That was really cool. And there's just, if you're willing to open your eyes, there's going to be a lot of good stuff in there. And you were right with starting a testing group. I did not know how much work it would be.
Yeah, that's why I stopped. Yeah.
And we were being super ambitious with running 3 tests every month. That was crazy. Looking back.
Running a testing group is a full-time gig. I mean, like the guys who are doing it the best, like Josh Paczynski, like I think that's his full-time gig.
Yeah, that's insane. Does he have a testing group?
Yeah.
Specific one? Okay.
Yeah, Paczynski, yeah, he does. Yeah.
I found his mentorship thing, but not. I don't know if that's
the same thing. Yeah, he runs everything on there.
That's cool. Yeah, it's ridiculous how much. Not ridiculous, but like it takes time. Like I've set up these SEO Neo tests, and literally I spend 2 hours after I handle the agency stuff, like 2 hours or 3 hours sometimes, like investing time in different tests and making sure they're set up right, everything's going okay, and shit like that. So we're gonna be back with some super awesome stuff.
Yeah.
So that's all I have. Actually, there is one thing I saw on one of the videos. I'm not gonna call out the person, but they were talking about CTR for local SEO. And the question was, should you do CTR or not? And they ended by saying that CTR is a short-term advantage, and they would rather not put any effort into it. What is your opinion?
Who said that?
I'll tell you afterwards. He likes to call people out. I don't care for it, but he does. So I'll tell you afterwards. But what is your opinion on this?
Well, I mean, so I was a CTR hater years ago because the CTR, like, so we had done tests on this back in like 2017, 2018. And yeah, what we saw is as soon as you stopped doing CTR, like everything just stopped, right? And it was hard to automate stuff. And then you have things like CTR Rocket, which burned a lot of sites. That was back in, I think, 2019, 2020, 2021. But since then, like talking to Ian, from Agency Assassin, and learning more about how that works and just seeing what's going on. I mean, man, like we're doing it for a a personal injury lawyer client, and they're not just clicks, but phone calls have gone through the roof just in the past 60 days because we were doing this properly. If you do it well, you are going to be unstoppable. Like, I guarantee you, like, whoever's watching, your competitors are probably using some CTR software. If you can't figure out why they're ranking, like if you're like, oh, but I have more reviews than them and I have more citations than them, they're probably using CTR.
Dude, I've seen some weak ass shit rank in the top 30, and I'm like, no doubt they're using fucking CTA.
Right. Like they might be using Agency Assassin or CTR Booster, which is great for organic CTR.
Yeah.
Like sitting here and saying, "Oh, I'm not going to bother with that." Brr, 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 brr. I mean, that's like saying, "Oh, the internet's just a passing fad." You know, nothing's really nothing's gonna replace actually going into a shop and being able to touch the products and shit, right? Like you're just gonna left behind. Like
you are gonna be left behind. And I used to think like that. Like if it's a short-term strategy or if you stop doing it, it's gonna stop working. Like why invest time into that? But the thing is, like, you really need it to compete these days. And also, whether it's a short-term or a long-term advantage, it's a fucking advantage.
Right, exactly. Like
if it's
who the fuck cares? This isn't like fucking taking steroids for a short-term advantage and then your balls shrivel up and you're there with like a set of fucking baby nuts on you, right? Like it's not gonna do that. There's no problem like that.
I can't believe you said baby nuts. Have you turned into Dimitri? That's the thing. It's like, okay, if it's going to make the difference in making somebody go from position 5, their DBP in position 5 to position 3, 2, and get them actual business and affect their livelihood, I don't care if it's short-term or long-term, and it's not like there's some crazy consequence to it. Let's say it does drop back to its original position. Ooh, okay, so they stopped paying you and they dropped a little bit. To me, that's not like a severe consequence or anything crazy to not do.
Exactly. And it's not like, so what we see in the past is like, if you stop doing CTR cold turkey, then you drop down to like page 2 and you never went back up to the map pack, right?
Yeah.
But we're not seeing that anymore. So it's not like, you know, you're going to have these long-term, like, completely disabling events for their GDP. Like it's just going to suck for them for a while, but you know what? Fuck them for not engaging with you, right?
Right. That's
their fault.
Yeah. If somebody stops paying you, like, I mean, we can argue that things like on-page reoptimizations, they have a shelf life because of all these Google updates. They're still kind of temporary. You might have to do it in 6 months. You might have to do it in 3 months. You might have to do it in a year or 2. But that's SEO. That's the fucking game we play, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So, I mean, and then even then, like, let's say, like you said, like, if you were doing just straight up white hat stuff and people stop paying for SEO, they're going to drop eventually. So how is this, like you said, how is it any different? Right?
Right. Yeah. That's what I was. It made me think because they were like, "Oh, it's a short-term advantage, and then you might have severe consequences."
Bullshit. Well, you know what? I'll take every fucking short-term advantage I can get. I'm gonna rank my clients above yours, and then we're gonna win.
If they're paying you, then it is your job to get them in the top 3, right? And
right.
So I found that interesting because I used to think like that, and now it's like, no, fuck that. Like we're gonna.
Yeah, come to the dark side.
You've got me. My shoes are all black now. Okay, thanks a lot. All right. Before you know it, I'll be head to toe wearing all black. I don't know. So what else? What else has been going on in the world?
Yeah, I mean, as far as again, like as far as CTR and stuff, like there are software out there that simply do not work. I'm not gonna call them out here publicly. Maybe I'll do it on a YouTube video. But there is software that gets hyped up and maybe it worked for a month or 2, and then they sold it and it's not working anymore. Or there are others where the owners will say, "Oh yeah, this is working great," but then the clicks don't show up in your search console. They don't show up in your analytics. Nowhere. You just have to kind of like trust. You know, like religion. Like you just have to trust that it's working. That somebody's hearing your prayers and shit like that, right? And then there's others that I've seen that, I mean, honestly, they're using botnets, right? Like, how is that? I don't see how people are falling for that kind of shit. Like, honestly, like the best CTR out there, the ones that I have tested and seen work and stuff, are Agency Assassin for GBPs and CTR Booster for organic. Nothing else works nearly as well, if at all, compared to Agency Assassin and CTR Booster. Exactly. Like, it's just not even a question.
Lit. Like, once you watch 1 or 2 videos and you understand how to set up your GBP, I mean, not set up your GBP, but like how to set up the settings looking at your GBP, then it's easy to set it up. And keep in mind things like branding and going nice and easy. And it's not an immediate solution. You do have to build it up and keep it nice and steady. And I don't know, I think people kind of probably use it carelessly or don't know what they're doing.
They definitely do. I mean, so many people I've talked to and I've looked at their setups and stuff, is they go way too heavy into exact match keywords, and of course it doesn't look natural, right? Or they only pick like the top 5 keywords are for the GBP, and they don't use any of the long tail keywords that Google is going to expect from a GBP that looks natural and is getting natural searches. I mean, was it like 70% of searches on any given day are searches that Google's never seen before?
That's crazy.
Right? So adding in those long tail keywords is super important. Or they'll put in a keyword and they're ranking like spot 25 for this and expecting to rank for it. And of course that's not going to happen. Like people who say CTR doesn't work or something like that really just aren't using it correctly. Right.
Yeah. And you know, you still have to do SEO, period. Like it's just a component to add to it.
Exactly. This should be the CTR on top of your SEO Sunday.
There you go.
Right? This isn't the bananas in your banana split. This is holding everything
now
else.
You're talking my language.
Yeah.
Can you believe we've been talking for nearly an hour now? Every time I'm surprised. Every time. Like I'm like, oh, we won't have much to talk about. And then before we know it, it's been an hour.
Yeah, we just go off on tangents on AI overviews and CTR and baby nuts and shit. It's like seeing where the hour takes us.
Sometimes you and Dimitri say things so random that I am just caught off guard, and it's like, okay, now there's a visual in my head, and it's just hilarious. But yeah, don't.
If you mention me, come to the SEO Anti-Conference, see what else I come up with, I guess.
You gotta be unfiltered for that. That's gonna be a lot of freaking fun. And if you're not a part of Green Hat Local SEO Facebook group, go join it. I know you're a part of mine, but just in case you're coming from YouTube, join Local SEO Phoenix Facebook group where there's business owners, other SEOs, learning SEO, right? I don't know. Is there anything else you want to talk about, or are we finished?
I mean, I can go on for hours and hours and hours. You're gonna have to stop me.
I'll stop you in about 5 to 10 minutes. I got the timer, so if you've got a topic, talk about it.
Yeah. The other thing I want to plug is I have a podcast where I talk about. I mean, like I said, I can go on for days and days and days about SEO. I never run out of things to talk about. So not just the YouTube channel, but I've got a podcast too. It's the Green Hat Local SEO podcast. And I think I just started it. I think I just did my 40th episode.
He just started it at 40th episode. That's a lot of episodes, dude.
Well, I did it 1 a week. So for less than a year, it's been going on. But I talk about things in there that I, don't cover in videos and stuff. So it's more just like SEO tips and tricks and advice and shit like that too. And I go off way more on shit on there too. So also kind of my personal SEO ranting soapbox, even more so than
the
YouTube channel. If you want to see
Kyle fly off the handle, go for it. And I don't know, looking at how consistent you've been, I try with videos with YouTube, and it's been, I don't know, it's hard for me to be consistent with that. It just takes a lot out of me. But I have figured out a system that works for me. And on Thursdays, I'm releasing like videos and shit. So, if you're sleeping on those,
I mean,
hit likes and shit. Like, we're both putting in some work here.
yeah, just consistency is the key. Like, you don't have to be the best at something. You don't have to have a video a day or these big, like, $10,000 production videos, but just really putting one foot in front of the other. I mean, think about how many people have said, "Oh, I should create a YouTube channel. I should create YouTube videos," and then never do it.
Yeah.
Right? You are already way ahead of them.
Yeah.
Right? And how many people say, "Oh, I'm going to create a YouTube channel and have all this SEO advice," and then they produce one video, they don't get a million likes, and they're like, "Ah, fuck this," right? And they quit.
Stop it.
The funny thing is, like, consistency is the key. Like, just as long as you keep doing it and putting one foot in front of the other and making things happen for yourself, things are going to happen for you.
No, seriously, the audits that he does and the audits that I'm doing, you're going to learn a lot from them. That's all I can say. Like, you'll see the different ways we do it and the things you're going to pick up on. So definitely check it out. But you're right about consistency, but it's also, I don't know how to say it, draining after doing client work. Like, if you've put hours into client work and then your brain is kind of mushy, I mean,
I totally agree.
It takes some discipline to say, okay, I'm going to set aside an hour and knock this baby out or something like that. We're not like those big YouTubers who just make a living off of YouTube. You know what I mean? Like you said earlier. So, yeah. All right.
Yeah.
We're literally at the 1 hour mark, and I think we've talked about quite a few cool things today. So I'm gonna end the stream in just a second. If you want to plug anything again, now's the time.
Go to the SEO Lunch Conference. It's Tuesday, September 23rd at Bottle Rockets Bar and Grill in San Diego. I'll be there. Dimitri will be there. Moon will be there. I think Alfredo Delgado is going to be there. And yeah, we're just going to get there. It starts at 8 o'clock. We're going to talk about SEO. We're going to get smashed. Just have a grand old time.
And you can ask whatever questions. Once this guy has a few drinks in him, he will start telling you about the diagrams in SEO Neo that he uses.
Oh shit! I forgot. George said he's going to be coming too, so we can talk to George about Black Hat link building and shit like that.
Is like a genius with just what he's done with Google Sites, the PBN he's created with just Google Sites, right? Like, that's insane to me. That's fucking insane to me. And he's well versed in link building. That's his thing, right? Black Hat and link building. So
yeah, if you want to get real dirty, if you want to get dirty,
if you want to get dirty, and if you want to be slightly, I wouldn't say white hat even, because even for like backlinking to work, you still have to do very solid on-page SEO. So it's not like it's just white hat. Like, you still have to do your on-page. Dude, I used to think like, I've squeezed the juice out of on-page SEO. Everybody knows it. There's tools out there. But I cannot tell you how many sites I come across that don't have what I see as basics or fundamentals. They just don't do well. Like, the meta titles are in there. Like, that sounds small, but that's a nice jump if you get, optimize that. The pages aren't optimized that well, or it's like 300 words. There's no internal linking from the blogs. Like,
exactly. It's still like people need to be reminded of this shit.
I mean, I cannot tell you how, like, just what, I don't know. I really thought on-page SEO was done for once the tools came out, but it turns out no, because even when the page is optimized, then the internal linking is missing. Or they're doing it with, sometimes I've seen it done with all branded internal linking. So they won't use any partials, exact matches, nothing.
I mean, they probably got scared off by people who say, "Oh, you can't have all these exact match anchor texts and shit like that." And it's like, that's just like white hat fear mongering.
And I have a test coming up on that as well.
Nice.
Just so people can see it and believe it, right? So that's all we have for you guys today. Feel free to subscribe to our shit and show up for the anti-conference that this guy is
Mhm.
throwing on, and I'll definitely be there. And in 2 Tuesdays, we'll be back here again.